Hey everybody, Bruce here with Traveling with Bruce. Today's video is called How Low Can Cruise Prices Really Go on Cruise Ships? There have been a lot of developments here in the last couple of weeks and a lot of pieces to this story, so stand by. Thank you everybody for subscribing to my channel, Traveling with Bruce, giving my video updates thumbs ups, joining my Facebook group page, Traveling with Bruce, and finding our Instagram page. Our followers on Instagram are growing. Folks, we're going on our first ever group cruise this December 2020. We're going on the Harmony of the Seas, and we're going to leave Port Canaveral, head to Perfect Day at Coco Cay for our first stop. We're then going to take a sea day, head down to St. Thomas, over to St. Kitts. Couple more sea days back to Port Canaveral. I would love to have you join us. If you're interested in joining the TWB family for our first ever group cruise, contact Ambrin Travel. You see their logo on the bottom right there. They have all the details. We have a link right to their site with all the details of this cruise, including pricing. Check it out. Love to have you join us. We're going to have some fun. Today's video is all about how low can cruise prices really go. With all of the developments now in the last 2.5, 3 weeks between China and everywhere else, there are some profound changes happening here in the travel business. Over 750 million people in China are under travel restrictions. 13,000 flights a day are not happening in China. To put some numbers on it, you can imagine how many trains are not moving. Millions of people are not doing any movement whatsoever for business or pleasure. Worldwide, the estimates are into the tens of billions of dollars of lost business opportunities over the next several months because of canceled tours into Europe, the U.S., and of course visitors to the Asia countries, including China. Cruise lines are really at the front of it right now. They are getting unbelievable press coverage, and it's not all positive, obviously. The president of Norwegian just was quoted yesterday as saying that that they at Norwegian admit that they have seen meaningful declines in reservations, and they've seen a marked number of increases in cancellations of cruises. Certain regions of the world, of course, like Asia, have had cancellations made by cruise lines themselves, but a number of passengers out there who are thinking of going on a cruise in the next 3 to 6 months, 9 months, are thinking different thoughts. Viking has announced that the brand new ship, the Orion, is being pulled out of Asia early and is going to be moved to Alaska for the spring of this year already. So that's another move. Cunard has decided that they're going to keep the Queen Elizabeth ship in Alaska longer and not move it into the Asia region. Credit rating companies are right now reviewing the credit rating worthiness or creditworthiness of Royal Caribbean, Norwegian, and Carnival going forward with their long-term bond offerings. This is how cruise lines put the money together to build brand new ships. So far, no new ships have been put on hold or delayed or anything like that. All build-outs are continuing as normal, and cruise lines are looking forward to receiving their brand new ships. To give you an idea of what kind of money we're talking about here regarding these bonds, our friends at Norwegian just finished issuing a little over a month ago $565 million in senior notes. These are bonds that have to be paid back in full in 2024. The interest rate that the Norwegian was able to secure for these bonds was 3.625%. How would you like to be able to borrow money on your credit card at 3.625%? Now, what Norwegian did was they took the $565 million. They paid the commissions to the bankers to raise this money and all their fees, legals, and so on. They added the additional cash from their reserves on hand, and they paid off a $565 million senior note that is due next year. They paid it off early. That note was going at 4.75%. So in effect, Norwegian was able to save 1.125% interest on $565 million for the next 4 years by doing a rollover of senior notes. The good news for Norwegian is they got this done a month ago, just before all hell broke loose. Unfortunately, if they try to do that now, they may not save anything on a rollover. As a matter of fact, 6 months from now, if this continues to deteriorate, they may be paying 5% interest rates or 6%, and that is going to cost a lot of money. 1%, just 1% different on the senior note interest rate will cost Norwegian, or save Norwegian, $5.6 million a year in interest. Just think about that. So you have a 4-year note and you're paying $5 million a year more for it. You're paying $20 million more. In this case, they're actually saving 1.1. I calculate roughly $6 million a year saved over the next 4 years. They're going to save $24 million on this reissuance, and their timing couldn't have been any better. But for Norwegian, Royal Caribbean, and all the other cruise operators out there, they are constantly bringing out or issuing new senior notes to replace old notes because they want to expand their fleets or upgrade their ships, put them into dry dock. It's not uncommon for a cruise line to announce a $500 million to a $1 billion budget for dry dock for the next 2 years or so. They borrow that money and they pay interest on it. So we'll be watching that, as will the bankers in Wall Street. Now, how low can cruise prices go? Folks, depending on how the cruise line operates their business, they could go to zero. Literally, cruise lines could at any time start advertising on our television networks or on the internet, and you could start receiving inbox emails at any time from cruise lines where they'll say, hey, how would you like to go on a cruise for $1? How would you like to go on a cruise for $99? Maybe the inside room is $1, the ocean view is $49, the balcony is $99, and a suite is $199. They could do that at any time if they so chose, but at the same time, they could turn right around and quietly institute a menu of services that will make up the difference. And how upset will cruisers be when they find out that, yes, I paid $99 for a balcony for a 7-day cruise, but as soon as I got on board the ship and I got that wristband put on there with that little medallion in it, I found that when I walked over to the buffet, there was that guy with that washy guy where I have to wash my hands through the Purell machine there. And then I had to scan my medallion on a little machine to be let in. And I got charged $9.99 for my buffet, or $14.99, or $19.99. And same with my wife. And the family members are coming in. Mom and dad are coming in. And then the kids, mom and dad are paying $19.99. The kids are paying $9.99 for breakfast, for lunch, for dinner at the buffet. If you want to eat in the main dining room, it's 50% more, if not double. You want a glass of water, it's free. You want iced tea, $2. You want a cup of coffee in the buffet, $2.50. You want a soda, $5. All food could be extra, including the hot dog stand at the pool deck. All drinks extra, no matter what it is you want, that is now given to you for free. Towel fees. You want towels in your cabin, we'll change them out daily. It's a $10 a day fee. Shows. You want to go see the show tonight? $15 admission fee to see the show, and it'll be by row number. So if you want to be in the first 5 rows, it'll be $20. You want to be in the next 15 rows, it might be $10. The rest of the hall might be $7.50 per show per night. Stuff like the mandatory gratuity fee. They might say that the gratuity fee isn't an option anymore. You can't cancel it. It's an automatic, and it's $25 a day per passenger, no exceptions. So family of 4 in the cabin, $100 a day. But hey, you only paid $99 for the balcony, so what are you worried about? No drink packages, because drink packages are a way to possibly save some money. Now every drink will just be a flat fee, and there's no discount, and a lot automatically have a 20% gratuity. No specialty dining package deals. You'll pay for every meal and especially dining restaurants will go up in cost. TV in your room. You want the TV to work? You turn it on, you can see the ship captain announcements and coordinates where you are, the typical things about the cruise ship. Then you'll see the cruise director maybe for 15 minutes in the morning to tell you what's going on today. But you want just television? $5 a day, $35 for the week. You want movies? $10 a movie. Wi-Fi will be higher priced if they're offering free cruises. This is how they're going to make their money back. Fewer stops at sea. This is the one that I find interesting. They could theoretically say, well, it's a 7-day cruise and we used to have 3 stops. We're now only going to have 1 stop. The 1 stop we're going to have is on our private island, and everything on that island now will cost you. You want a lounger? $10 for the day. You want some towels? $5 towel fee. You want a burger at the burger stand that used to be free? They're now $5 with fries. You'll be nickel and dimed into oblivion, and that's how cruise lines can offer fares for free. Right now, the game that's going on, of course, is because travel is being restricted in and out of Asia, and cruise ships are moving ships all over the place, and people are a little concerned about going on a cruise right now or traveling in general. The thinking is, hey, those of us who do want to travel on a cruise ship, we could be perhaps taking advantage of some lower price deals. And yeah, it's true. It is beginning where people are already getting emails talking about 2-for-1 offers. Reduced deposits, reduced pricing for certain features on ships. Cruise lines will be competitive with each other to get the business, but they'll also get creative in figuring out other ways to get you to spend the money anyway. They'll make you feel good about getting on cheap, but once they've got you on board, they'll find ways to extract money out of you as painlessly or as easily as possible. These folks are professionals. They know their stuff. I hope you found this video interesting. I'm watching these cruise fares very closely, and we'll stay on top of this story, everybody, to see how all this plays out. In the meantime, stay warm, stay safe, stay healthy. We'll talk to you next time, everybody. Bye for now.